When you log back onto the Hermitcraft server, you're never quite sure what you're gonna see. I've been out in the wild gathering up some bee nests as I need to breed up some bees and get honey bottles for a project I'll show you soon. But I've also taken a visit over here to get some string from the spider farm. And on my adventure out to the opposite side of the communal area, I spotted something rather red. In fact, fields of red. This is quite the vibrant decoration. I'm not sure how I feel about it. That is a heck of a lot of poppies. It just goes on and on and on and on.
Hey, Xisuma, hey.
Hey dude, I just noticed your tower is now a rubbish dump.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Do you want to visit the scenic
people.
rubbish dump?
I was just asking Ren about that. It's now a rubbish dump, is it?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm Minister of Trash. I decide what's garbage.
Oh,
Hi,
that's how that works. Hey, False.
That's how that works. I decide how to
Hey,
get rid
Skull.
of the rubbish.
You like my new look?
I like it. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I'm gonna do that as well. There you go.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, False has the stream torch, guys.
Oh, you
better
guys
start
streaming?
Just tell Doc I take it every slot.
Xisuma, it's stream day, my friend.
Wait,
You're
who's
scheduled
talking?
for
Who's
today.
talking? I'm confused.
It is me.
Ren's
Um,
talking.
Which Ren?
yeah.
It's two Rens.
This one.
Hi.
I am Ren. You're streaming today, dude. I hope you've remembered.
I've now remembered. Yeah, I got to do that later
Okay,
today.
good.
Whew.
I'm gonna have a heart attack today. So,
The stress of organisation.
Not only responsible for the organisation, everyone else is responsible for turning up.
Oh, dude, I can't stop looking at that little totem, and when you walk, it wiggles with you.
I know, it's
So
so good, bro.
cute. Oh.
It does a little
It's
wiggle.
headbanging.
Yeah.
It's Miss Skizzlebeans, wasn't it, Ren? Miss
It's
Skizzlebeans?
Mr. Skizzlebeans.
What's with all these flowers?
Doing your stuff.
There's so many flowers.
What's with all
what a
these
strange
flowers?
idea, right? Who would have thought flowers was the prank?
Like,
the
Beef's
choice,
gone
you
a
know?
bit
To be
crazy,
fair,
I think.
To be fair, we didn't think of that. That's not on us.
I've just noticed
Only
Beef's
building.
house. He's managed to make Neverak look good.
Yes! Yes! There it is! There it is!
What?
Let's go! I told
Fine.
you guys! Hasn't he,
Oh,
Xisuma?
no.
He's such a good builder.
You got my
I
helmet.
agree with you, Escal. It looks good.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't have a helmet that's good. That's as good as that.
Oh! There it is! There it is!
Oh,
no!
Unscripted, people! Unscripted, completely clean. That's xisumavoid. Xisumavoid, I love you, but xisumavoid, for everyone who doesn't know, cannot act. Okay, so that is the
This is true.
most genuine. That is the most genuine thing I've ever heard.
Wow.
Wow, well done, Xisuma. So
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
and well done, Beef, for making it look good.
yeah,
I feel like I'm missing some important detail here.
wow.
So, this trash site is,
Yep.
where is it, Cleo? Are we standing on it?
If you go inside the gate, the
Yes,
fenced-off
all of
area.
this.
There it is.
Ugh.
It's beautiful. It's garbage.
Please
bins.
don't.
It even has its own soundtrack.
And what are these little gold things? Oh, they're
Oh,
been
like the-
back.
Do you
the
not have
tie,
the
you
yellow
know, like
tie
the-
off?
Oh, the
Yeah,
ties.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's
a
got
British thing.
cockroaches.
Of course it does. Oh.
The rubbish dump brings everybody together.
Is this our new
Oh,
meet
and
up
then there's
spot
Ren in the
then?
corner.
Let's meet
Yeah,
at the
this
rubbish
is the new
dump.
meeting room. This is the new meeting area, definitely.
Oh,
Doc, what's happening, man? What's
Doc!
happening? Doc
Doc.
is here. Hello,
hey,
Doc.
what do you think about Beef's house, Doc, over there? It's made
What
of
the hell?
netherrack.
Yeah, I saw. He deserves it. Freaking monsters. Fish boys.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. That was quite the spontaneous bit of fun, wasn't it? And look at this. The Minister of Maps has created a map of the area, and it is super cool to see how close we are to one another. Oh, and I think what they were getting at is that this was a prank, but honestly, like, I looked over there and I thought, That's netherrack, and it looks really good. This does look good. I mean, you can use netherrack for building. Okay, back to the base. If we're going to start decorating, creating storage rooms and farms, we need an easier way to travel up and down. That is why I ventured out to get some string so that we can create some scaffolding. This, however, will be temporary, as I want to place it with something faster than this that we can auto interact with redstone. But this is how we're going to primarily get to each of the different floors, including this one all the way at the top here. So I did some tinkering in a test world and discovered that honey blocks would help us create a really cool elevator with redstone. And that's why I came over here and started setting up a temporary bee beading area. Bee beading? I knew as I was saying it wrong. That's why I've got these campfires, bee nests, and beehives over here, and I've got some flowers. So I've been standing in this area, just letting them come to me, and then breeding them on occasion, slowly getting their numbers up. And I had totally forgotten that you need campfires under them when right-clicking on them with bottles or shears. Because I automate this so much, I came over here and just clicked on them, made the bees angry, and, well, we've lost a few bees in the process. But we are certainly getting their numbers up now. You can put fence gates like this in front of them, and they'll go in and out, and then when you close it, they won't come out again. But I believe you need to have the blocks surrounded on all sides for that to work. So that is essentially the next experiment I'm going to conduct here, because I don't want this to feel temporary. I actually got quite inspired when I came over here. I think these blocks go together really nice. And with some moss and azalea in the area, I think we could create something really pretty. It's a bit cramped at the moment though, so I'm thinking I might actually shimmy this around so this isn't really a corridor, but you can enter this from either side. And before we crack on with that, I'm happy to report that these fence gates do indeed work as expected. And there are now trapdoors down here because unfortunately a baby bee got nudged into that space and died on the campfire. So that is no longer going to be a problem, and as you'll see, we're no longer going to enter the apiary from the sides. We're going to have to go through the front here, and honestly, this turned out great, but I was a little bit limited in what I could do because of the height and the floor. I would have loved to add more depth on both levels, but if we go into the inside, you'll see that it's just utterly gorgeous in here. And all of the glowberries have actually grown. I put a couple in here for decoration. And I guess I didn't think that they'd also grow more berries. And then they've grown downwards too. So it's a little bit over the top. Might have to punch a couple out and put in some string. But there are so many cool details here. Like glow lichen on the ground. A beautiful block palette. Even some leaves that are waterlogged. And you can see the campfires as well, which is cool. The animation is a little bit repetitive though, and the last thing I think to point out is that I've turned these around so you can just simply access these without the hitbox being in the way. And that reminds me that it's time to get my hands on more bottles, and that brings us up to a grand total of 9, which is nowhere near what I need. So that's why I built our first fully automated redstone powered farm with the bees over here. I thought this would be enough to get as many honey blocks as I needed, but no. We needed to automate this. So now the bottles are filling up. This is just the same design that I built last season. And we're up to a grand total of 43. And with these things, you have to have glass in every slot of the dispenser. Otherwise, it might break. So I need to take another trip to the desert to get a whole bunch more glass. But anyways, while I was working on this, I spotted just a name tag behind this wall for a brief second. You tried, man. I saw your name tag for like a split second and I know what this guy's up to.
Hello, my friend. How's it going? Good morning.
It's going all right. I see you're doing a little bit of spying today.
Yeah. I just noticed you have such an awesome view of Beef's little house from here.
I do. The netherrack house, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing was actually a change you made.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's the block palette that Beef chose. It's glorious, if you ask me.
He's just obsessed with red.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like making your house out of kidney beans.
They do look like kidney beans. I love it. Oh my god, I don't think I'm going to be able to unsee that now, Ren.
This is what you did last night. It's so awesome.
It's cool, isn't it? I kind of wish like I
Yeah.
wasn't squeezing it into a small space. Because you know, as a Minecraft, you get really particular about like where everything goes and neatness and all
Yeah.
that. It's a whole different thing when you pre-build a bunch of walls and then you're like, I'm going to put my builds inside. Now you're restricted and you always want to expand and do more and yeah. So
There's so
I'm
many
working
clever
with
little things in
limitations.
here. I love the lichen on the moss next to the mossy cobblestone. That's so clever.
Yeah, it's not just there. It's anywhere really. Like sometimes I've put it on top of the mossy cobble. Glow lichen, if it fits the palette, you can just slap it down on a few blocks and it will make it look better.
It's a very underrated block for sure. Very underrated.
I've got these like tough pathways around the outside here, so it looks very repetitive. I'm just gonna like put some glow lichen on them eventually, you know?
Break it up a bit.
Yeah, give it that
Yeah,
kind
that'll
of
work really
texturing.
nicely.
Mm.
Oh, can I just spotted something in here. Hold on. Let me take a look in here. Is this on purpose, having the bee up there?
No, I understand now. So they're like, oh my god, they get trapped up there, Ren.
No, but
bee
X,
trap.
wait.
Go on.
Wait, look at this. This is giving the glowberry vine like an animated texture.
And
Look,
noise as
over
well,
here.
and a buzzing noise.
Over
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You're right.
That is actually pretty awesome.
Like the glowberries are also supposed to look like this and not be as tall, but unless you put string under them, they're gonna go down, and then they're just gonna fill up with glowberries over time.
Can't you? Don't they stop growing if you snip them with shears?
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, that might
Yes.
stop the glowberries growing as well. That's interesting. Oh, it literally just regrew after I sheared it. Oh, do you know what? It might be the bees that actually pollinate it. That might be why they're growing.
Ah. It's growing so fast. It just came back
They
again
must
right away.
be, yeah. Oh my god, what if that's a way to make like a glowberry farm?
Dude, you
leave
just
a bee on it?
invented a glowberry farm using bee juice.
You might be right.
You've done something amazing and you didn't even know it.
Aha, maybe not amazing, because if we go and look in this corner, you'll see that the particles are kind of ridiculous. And that's because we've got a whole bunch of bees up there. But look at that. Look how quickly that regrows. That has got to be confirmation that the bees are causing the glowberries to regrow. I was going to go do a bunch of research and read some articles on the wiki, but I've really enjoyed just doing things slow and organic. And this is a total confirmation that they are interacting with it. Look at that. That's ridiculously fast. So I can't remember if you can use shears in a dispenser on this. So let's just find out this way without reading the wiki article. I think that's a no. That's a total no, isn't it? So it has to be the player. However, with the bees, like the player can just stand here holding down right click. Let's take this off. Okay, come on. Grow back again for me. So I just hold down right click. Oh my god, look at that. That's a totally different way to do a glowberry farm. And due to the bees' janky pathfinding, they seem to just be stuck up here. There's quite a few of them. What I think I'm going to do is get rid of the glowberries and then at some other point bring the bees deliberately to a spot where these are, because we don't actually want that in this space. And here's a fun experiment. Okay, I can actually see I'm going to click on the hitbox of the glowberry. So you're now free to roam around. I'm so sorry about that. Jeez. Oh, this is such a cool discovery, though. Okay, before I get rid of this one, I am legitimately just going to stand here holding down right click for a little while. And so after 5 minutes, wow, just loads of glowberries. That is an awesome little farm to accidentally discover. I now want to get some leads and like lure them into a spot and set something up with some blocks around it to make it super convenient. But I don't have any leads. I don't have any slime balls either. But I would like to show you what else I've been up to today as I've been working on a room for our storage. And I think you're really going to like this. It's not finished yet, but let's hop on in and we take a hop because we've got a gap. This is like the back area of the room and it looks pretty gorgeous. Again, I don't have much control over the height and the depth of the room, but with a flat ceiling and flat floor, that just looks gorgeous. Now, behind me is the best bit in my opinion. This is where we'll probably store tools and valuables and non-stackables. Just looks gorgeous. And we still got a ways to go with the detailing because I'm going to include some more bamboo in here. And on the floor, you'll notice rooted dirt, coarse dirt, some packed mud and granite. And we need to put that in this room in a way that sort of tells the story of how you move around it. And then I've also got to move all of my items up here, and they are an absolute mess. My attitude so far has basically been just to throw it into these chests here. And then there's a little bit more organization over here. But now I get to move these all up to that room and think about how we want to lay out our materials. But just before we do that, I realized this other idea is so simple. So I've set up a little area here and dropped off 3 of these hives. And then eventually they're all going to end up there and they're going to be stuck. I think we've got 2 at the moment. And when we're done with that, we're going to put a fence post below it, which should stop them from ever coming out again. And it took me removing the beehives to get them to actually like permanently cluster up there. Now you can see that this thing is also growing downwards pretty fast. Now stay up there, buddy. Stay up there. Perhaps my presence disturbs them. Okay, that keeps them locked up there now, right? And so we no longer need any of this, which was temporary. As of right now, I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate this, but there's 8 of them up there. And in theory, I can just stand here and hold down right click. They are not pollinating though, which makes me fearful that I might have missed a detail here. It might be that I had a flowering bush adjacent, or that there was dirt above it. I think it might be the flowering bush that made a difference. Okay, and the trick here is to hold down right click and then left click, and it will instantly replace it. I'm going to have to tinker around with this thing off camera because it is just not working out. But I have learned this thing needs to be at least 2 blocks for them to sort of pathfind up to the top. But they're just not pollinating it now. It's really strange. So we should move on and head down below. Because as you'll see, I've ripped out all of these starter chests. It took many trips back and forth. And I've just got this one left over. These are just some materials for farms I want to build down in the space here. I've actually got another quite inspired vision for this place now that I finished doing the storage room. And it's here that we're going to have a redstone contraption to bring us up to that floor. But the storage is now looking just wonderful. Check this out. It is beautiful. You will notice all sorts of tiny little details that I've added here and there. But I think the big one is the floor and the path that leads through. It's mostly granite and packed mud that's in the middle. And then around it, you've got those variations on dirt, like rooted and coarse. And it just shows you like the natural pathways through the room. That looks real good. As for the categories, we've got just about enough space, I think, to make this all work. There's a few things where you're not quite sure what stuff to lump together, but I think it's going to work out. I'm just so used to doing the kind of end game storage system with tons of redstone and shulker boxes. And also over here, our bulk storage is a little bit limited. There's only 9 categories in total, so some stuff has been squozed together and may need expounding on as we start to fill up each of these chests. And the proportion of space here is really nice, so I don't think we can add more chests in here. However, we've got this building out here on the side that we could make a little bigger if we want to, and inside it here, I reckon this is where we're going to end up putting some bulk storage in the future. Boo!
Oh, hi. How
Hey.
are you?
I'm alright. I'd ask you how you are, but now you got a red name.
I do. It's true.
Who
It
got
was
you?
a couple days ago. Iskall.
How did he get you? Wasn't it on like dripstone or something?
Yeah, he lied to me. He lured me to a spot and then killed me. It is what it is.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, we're both red namers now, and there's no rule that stops us from like teaming up. So if you got any ideas,
I do.
you
I
do.
actually
Oh,
have-
okay, okay.
So everyone has a mining shaft for the most part, right?
Yeah.
And at the bottom of said mining shaft, there's usually water.
Right. Oh, so just find people's drops and remove them and put
So-
dripstone there.
Oh, better, my friend. Because you can see, most people, if they're really being cautious, they'll look down
Yes. Yeah.
and they'll see, oh, there's a piece of glass down there or a dripstone or like whatever, right?
Right.
You do a little bit of this, and then it triggers a piston to just push a block on top of the
That's genius.
the landing spot, and they just go splat.
No, you're absolutely right. Anyone that's using that's just a very quick passive trap that you can add.
Yeah, and then you just log off and wait for them to go mining at some point,
Nice.
and they go splat.
Well, if you and me set up a few of those, then we can claim a kill for ourselves and...
It's all good. But yeah, we could do it. I know exactly where XB's mining shaft is.
Well, you go for XB's and
Um,
I'll try and suss out where False is and do hers.
I don't know if False has an actual mining like a mine shaft that she drops down. I know that XB does. All right, sounds good.
Well done. All right, I'll see you around, Hells.
All right,
or
let's,
Wells.
let's
I'm
go
not sure.
let's go execute our evil plan.
Exactly, yeah. Love it. All right, see you around, buddy. Well, sadly, this doesn't look too good. I've been nosying around False's base, and what she has is a rather cautious way down. Not one of those drop shafts, but a big staircase like this. Doesn't really feel like there's an opportunity here, so I'm going to have to scratch my noggin and figure this one out between episodes because we've reached the end of our playtime. For this one, I hope you have enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you soon with another episode of Hermitcraft. Bye-bye.